Karl, it has been a difficult couple of weeks, results and players leaving. What's your position on it?
Obviously disappointed. Listen, in the last month to lose Dale Jennings, obviously Jordan and Shawnee and Patrick's been a bit of a blow to us all. But it's not no fault of the clubs or the chairmans or anybody else's. It's just one of them scenarios that unfortunately we just couldn't do what we wanted to do. My passion is still to stay at this football club. I'm not going to walk away from this football club through being frustrated. Me and the chairman had a very good meeting yesterday. Off the back of that, I have put a bid in for 2 players for permanence. So obviously I don't want to talk about that at the moment. And it's the 2 players of quality and note. I'm likely to think I could get 2 more loan players in as well. I'm going to use the chairman so I can use all Shawnee's money to try and do what I want to do. Listen, people need to realise, for the sake of what we sold Shawnee Williams for, it's not going to change the face of the football club for better for worse. So it's not a deal that we had to do. The player wanted to go to Millwall. It's as simple as that. He wanted to go and play in the Championship. He wanted to go and be competitive in the Championship. And you can't knock the player for that either. He wants to play at that level. He feels that this year wasn't the year for us. So that means he would have felt next year would have been, so he would have been then 28, 29, and he might have felt that was too late for his own development. There's certain players here who are younger than him that will give us the opportunity to try and get there with them. And Shawnee wasn't the case. Same with Gary McKenzie. Obviously Alex Ray turned his head and wanted to get into Blackpool. And he felt that his decision at the beginning was great because they were top of the league. He felt that's what he wanted to do to get into the national team. So there's been many disappointments, but it's not been a fault of the chairman's or mine or the players. The performance on Tuesday night was our fault, the players' fault and mine. That's what you can pick the bones in. But I've never shirked away from responsibility. I've said that to you on numerous occasions. I've heard some people say that I'll be packing him. I can assure you, the first question the chairman asked me yesterday was, do you want to be here? And it was quite ironic because I had a chat with every single player beforehand. We got back at 4 in the morning. My first meeting was 8:45. I didn't leave here till 9:15 last night. I was back in at 8:30 this morning. I'll be here till 8, 9 o'clock tonight as well. And my first question to all my players, do you want to be here? And obviously the chairman's got to ask that same question of me. And my answer was 100%. Doesn't change because you're winning or losing games. I think people need to understand that my passion for this football club goes beyond being a manager. I care for the club, the development of the young players, the development of the club for the future. I still don't want to write this year off. I still think we still can do an awful lot of things to still be competitive and have some memorable moments. But is it disappointing for me to where we are? Of course it is. Of course it is. Do I feel we're weaker as a team than what we were 2 years ago? Yes, I do. So we've done all the rebuilding in relation behind the scenes. Now I think it's time to rebuild on the football pitch. And maybe this is the time. Maybe this is the catalyst that we needed to move on. But football clubs only succeed through the drive and determination of the owner, the manager and the players and the fans. And without any of them components, if we take me away, we'll be a lot weaker. Take the chairman away, we'll be an awful lot weaker. The players will be weaker. And just as important, take the fans away, we're going to be weaker. And people need to realise that. We've got to stick together in these times. We're 10th in the league. It's not like we're 3rd from bottom. Let's be honest about it. We're probably still above where our salary is. So from that point of view, we're doing okay. It's just that we've got set so much high standards of ourselves, and people accept them of me, and people talk about me being this, doing that. So the standards in me, and I said to the chairman, I want to be at a club that still wants to strive to go forwards. And he said, well, it's my job to challenge him, and I think that's brilliant chairmanship. Really is. And he fully motivated me after the meeting that we had. I hope I motivated him. And I think it's I can't say good times because I think it'll be seen as it's not good times on the pitch, but I think it's better times. I'm certainly for the future of the football club. I think it looks an awful lot rosy now.
I mean, we've been in this situation before. Every club goes through spells where players will leave and you'll have bad performances on the pitch. I mean, even go back to November, I remember having a similar chat with you back then. It will turn around, and you know, I in the corridors, the group's really strong and everyone gets on with each other. There's no conflict. Everyone wants to get out of this rut, and they will.
Yeah. I've no. Listen, people can say what they want to say. Barriers are closed. Simple as that. We have good players. Come on, Sammy Akuz, Ben Reeves, Dele Alli, Longy, Chaddy, Powell, Bowditch, Smith, McLeod, Gleeson, Potter. Teams would love to have them in. Listen, we just didn't play well. Simple as that. We didn't play well for the last 2 games. And because we didn't have a good month early on when we were poor, I think in beginning of November, we were poor. We're not poor, we're just not. We had 1 or 2 bad games, and I think it's time for people to start, rather than pointing fingers, whether that be players pointing fingers, me pointing fingers, whoever pointing fingers, get together and stick together and move forward, because there's only one way that you're going to achieve things, and that's by togetherness.
Thank you.
Thank you.